Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. That day of the week, as usual, with the live streams is Sunday, and here we are once again at the end of another week, and end of another weekend, and back to it tomorrow. I hope everyone's all right. I see we've got a few people in the chat already. Good to see you all there. If I can ask straight away, those of you that are in, could you please hit the like button on the chat, the old thumbs up, because that gets the algorithm talking. And when we do lives like this, it does help to promote things. All right. So I appreciate that. Now, tonight, as we did last week, it's not just me. I've got another guest in to join me this evening. What I like to do is go round and kind of, I don't know, cooperate with other YouTubers. Say, come on, have a chat. And, we'll have a bit of a chat and you can get to know other people. So tonight, I would like to introduce a guy called Martin Sullivan. And he has his own YouTube channel. I think it's Marty Sulls. I've left the link to his channel in the description to this live stream. So please go ahead and subscribe. And without further ado, here he is. Hello, Martin.
Hello, Andy. You okay?
Hey, yeah, not too bad. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, a little bit nervous, but yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Oh well, you'll do fine. You'll do fine. One important question already: are you taking a piss or what?
I don't know what you're talking about, Andy. I know what you're
step ladders, Sainsbury's carrier bag. Look at him.
Pure coincidence.
Yeah, of course it is. I saw Alan Edge in the chat say Sainsbury's carrier bags at the ready. Now, I want to vote as to who's got the best looking Sainsbury's carrier bag, Martin's or mine. You can let me know that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I was hunting for your one like yours, actually, Andy. I thought I had one in the cupboard somewhere, but I didn't. So I had to make the lesser. But,
okay. I recognise
my ladder's bigger than yours, though.
Don't get personal. Bloodnose missing the punch bag. We've just had a conversation about that off air. Bloodnose. He was going to go and pinch his son's little punch bag, but run out of time. So it's not exactly the same setup, really.
No, next time, Bloodnose. Next time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, Martin, you have your own YouTube channel. Martin Souls. As I said, I've left a link in the description so people can go and have a look at what you do. I think you're very funny. You've done some good parodies of YouTubers. In fact, very good. Why? How did you start? What made you want to do this?
I was drunk one night. As most of these things start, and I don't know. I watch things, and I, by no stretch am I any Rory Bremner, but what I sort of make up, what I sort of haven't got in talent to make up for enthusiasm. But there's one particular YouTuber that I think everyone knows. I won't mention his name now, but he's now serving time at His Majesty's. And it's about a year or more ago. One of his videos I did a parody of, and it got some good sort of traction. So I thought that's quite funny. But there's no sort of process really. If I think because I spend so much time on YouTube, things just sort of rub off on me. And if something makes me smile, I'll ever go at sort of an impression, but it's never done with any sort of malice or certainly not like a trolly sort of thing. It's done out of respect and it's sort of
that comes across in droves. I mean, the thing with parody and the thing with doing an impression of somebody. There's a way of doing it, and there's not a way of doing it. I mean, you look at what you've done there. You've got the step ladder and the bag in the background, and it's very funny. And you've done a parody of me you've done a parody of a couple of other YouTubers, and
Yeah.
you just, out of respect, give people a laugh, and you move on to the next one. And then you get people that kind of get stuck on the same thing over and over and over, and it gets a bit funny. But you absolutely spot on. You've got it really.
It's like, yeah, just have a go. It's either good or bad or indifferent, and if people make their own judgments, but I'll do it, then I'll move on. You're one of the rare ones, actually, Andy. I've done a couple of. A compliment.
You had the carrier bag one, and then you did another one in the car one time. I've seen both of them. And there was a guy commented on one of them. He was asking what's actually inside the Sainsbury's bag in the background there, and it's just other bags. That's all it is, just other bags. But it makes people talk. But
for a little while, I thought that was green screen, like you were in front of, but that's actually your garage, isn't it? This live set.
That's right. I mean, ain't no green screen.
More real than that, yeah.
And that bloody thing will wobble around now forevermore. Hang on, we just stop that dead. That's it. Anna Perkins makes a good point. Are we allowed to do parody and satire these days? I mean, there's a lot of people get offended by just about everything, isn't there?
I'm sure there's people who get offended by like the stuff I've done. Like, it's a good point, Anna. That's that whether that line is moving quickly these days. So it's a difficult one to. You're never going to please everyone, are you? And you're always going to probably offend someone somewhere.
I read something earlier. I mean, Sanity Checkers, Ryan, speaking of which, he says, evening, Martin.
Evening, Ryan. Evening, mate.
He did a video the other day where he was talking about this business with rewording the Roald Dahl novels because they were offensive, and everybody's kicked and screamed, and they've gone, no, we're not having this. And there's been a bit of a back down. And I read earlier on that they're going to do the same thing with the Ian Fleming novels now, James Bond. They're going to rewrite those and get. There seems to be a generation of people that are offended by everything, and there's a generation of people that don't want people to be. How about if you don't like it, just don't watch?
Yeah, don't read the novel. Don't read kids' Roald Dahl if you're. I mean, like if you want them to be sort of grown up with it in a saccharine cotton wool world, then that's fine. Don't read them Roald Dahl, but kids love things like are a bit sort of jaggy and a bit like messy and horrible. Kids love that. So and also, like, I think if you're rewriting something, there's something not right there about rewriting something like a classic in any way. And what right have you got to edit or rewrite another person's work? I'm sure there's,
I mean, you look at Fleming. He's dead, for crying out loud. Isn't that an insult to his memory? Apart from anything else, it's the world's gone up absolutely nuts. Another YouTuber in here, the Fitness Hutch. Good evening, Paul. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining us.
I had a nice chat with him last week, actually. Good guy.
Excellent. And I'll show something in a little while. Drift Wannabe. What's he said? Oh, it's jumped. Pussy Galore is now called Pussy Power. Absolutely. But it's absolutely nuts, isn't it? Well, let's get back to the whole parody. I mean, take what you've done there, right? You've got the ladders, you've got the carrier bag, and I'll show some of your work shortly. But what do you look for in a video like me now? What do you look for to base your parody on? Is it the look of the person, the background, both, the way they act, the way they talk? How do you do it?
I think it's pretty clear that I make no attempt to actually look like the person myself because I am what I am, and but I sort of rely on other things like so. Yeah, with you, it was the I think the Sainsbury's carry bag in one of those videos. Maybe not leather, but and I sort of look at things that they talk about and reference stuff. Like if I can get some visual stuff in the background, like I did one with Adrian Allen, and it had like LBC and all that in the background and things like that. And maybe little mannerisms and catchphrases I quite like to pick up on. You'll say, how you doing? I'm all right, sort of thing. When you start a video, and I sort of that
every
one.
time.
And I think I borrowed your opening intro, and before that I did and I've had enough about this, and then went on to the thing. I can't remember what it was now, but yeah, just little things like that.
Right. Adrian Allen gave you a shout out, didn't he? And he said he found your thing hilarious, which I thought was good.
He's apoplectic with Joyce. Which is apoplectic a lot. But yeah,
absolutely. No, it's good. It's great. Let's have a quick dive in the chat and see what people are saying. Anna Perkins, pussy power, not necessarily found on an original female. Oh, God.
Yeah. So, wasn't that what you will?
Bloodnose thinks you'd be a good stand-up with the right skills, with the right skits, rather.
I've dabbled in the past. I've done I'm certainly nothing professional, but I've done little 5-minute sets here and there, but not for nothing since after. I did a bit before lockdown, but then it sort of dried up after that, and yeah, nothing much. But thank you. Thanks, bud. Yeah.
Well, your actual profile picture for your YouTube channel is you standing on a stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
On a microphone. Where was that?
Comedy Store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did a sort of a 3 or 4 minute set one time a few years ago. You'll probably see from that photo. I'd done a bit of weight before. I was a little bit more slender then. But yeah.
Right.
But that was in the distant past.
Gotcha. But, yeah, I'm trying to get a bit off. I've got 4 chins, and I think I've lost one, and I'm working on getting rid of the other 3.
More chins than Chinese phone book.
That's it. What's this? Alan Edge. My garage just been burgled. It was full of junk, except for my bike.
Oh. I don't. Is that serious or not? I don't know if that's being.
He comes out with some wisecracks.
Right. Yeah.
Just see what else we got. Many are faux offended at the mere mention of my name. Yeah, this is very true. Lorna McKenzie, the woke brigade want to kill comedy. That's they want to rewrite and scrub out everything, don't they?
Yeah. Still have a boring life.
That's what I want. You get comedians of the past as well, don't you, that are still exist in some way. I mean, Jim Davison's one that springs to mind straight off. They want to scrub him from history.
He's keeping the fight up, though, and he's holding his own. No, I didn't mean not, but but Jim Davison's still still having it. Yeah,
Ustream. He's got his own channel, and good luck to him.
Yeah,
my mum, Jean Whitehead, Avon representative. Hi, Mum. I knew she'd turn up.
Hi, Jean. Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean. Just seeing what else we got here. Yeah, apart from that, it's just good evenings, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But Bloodnose has put a link to your channel in the chat there.
Oh,
as I said, I'll put a link in the description of this stream as well for you as well. So
Thanks. Thank you, Padnos. Thanks. I mean, it's not to be honest. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's quite random. A lot of stuff. There's no sort of real theme about any of that. There's a lot of videos. I'm a frustrated pop music video director as well in some of them. But yeah, it's up to.
There was one I saw that you did, which was very funny. I don't want to risk playing it, but just in case we end up with a copyright strike. But it was you posing as someone at a Chinese takeaway, and then you had, I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. The scene out of Taken with Liam Neeson on the phone. That was a funny one. And you at the end going, good luck.
yeah. I'll say you knew. There's actually there's another one on there which is did it quite a while ago. It's Noel Edmonds' Deal or No Deal, where I played a banker on the phone.
Okay.
He answers the phone and then got me talking as the banker. That's on there as well if anyone wants to search it out. But yeah,
absolutely. Sanity Checker said, "What would you like to do with your channel going forward, Martin? Where'd you see it going?"
I don't know really, because I think I've just at the moment I've had no plan. Like if something sort of takes my fancy, I'll do something and post it. So there's no sort of like as you, if anyone will see if they look at the channel, there's no sort of theme or rhyme and reason for it. So I'd like to maybe be a bit more structured. I think maybe do a few more parodies. Maybe of yourself, Sanity. And then maybe some more or maybe some social commentary even, like of how I feel about certain things.
That'd be cool. I mean, it's consistency and it's structure. You've got to get into a routine of doing so many videos and keep to that routine, and people expect it.
And YouTube like that, don't they? The algorithm.
Retro on his bikes is in the chat. Hello to you, Retro. Hope you're well, and thank you for stopping by.
We've got Retro and I've had some. We've had like a chat or two in the past as well. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a little video to play in a minute, which will involve Retro, so that'd be cool. Ryan reckons you might need a big fake nose if you do one about him. But,
my nose is pretty it's pretty there anyway.
I'd like to show you all some examples of what he's done now. Just so you can see the kind of stuff and we can have a bit of a giggle with it. Before I do, if I can just say to everybody in this chat, welcome. If you've only just joined us, this is the Daily Chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, the Sunday live stream. And tonight we're talking to Martin Sullivan and going through his channel and some of the parody work he does. And parody work is not the only thing he does. There are other strings to his bow as well, which we'll talk about. I've seen a couple of people asking in the comments about the other things that he does, and we'll come to them in a moment. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button on the live stream, because it not only gives me more exposure, also Martin as well in this case, and gets the old algorithm moving. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, no obligation at all. And also to Martin's as well. Bloodnose has put a link in the chat, which you can see in there. And also, if you look in the description underneath this live as well, you'll find a link to Martin's channel there. So please do. Yeah, what I did, I lined up 3 or 4 of your parody videos just so people can see and see the kind of stuff you do. Now the first one was really funny. We did a live stream with the Fitness Hutch last week. And there was a little bit of sound trouble where it kept going a little bit crackly, and it turns out it was down to the broadband connection and the speed. But you had other ideas, and I thought I'd show this one first. It gave me a chuckle. It reminded me of one of those old silent movies. I'm just going to mute me a second. That was taking the mickey out of the sound. Yeah, bit of a quick one. And this one is what Retro did, or the one you did of Retro, rather. I get my words right. I found this one pretty good. And I understand he found it quite funny as well. You can see his hose pipe with the furry thing on top. I'll play this for everybody.
That's it.
Well, hello there. Hope things are okay. Hope the sound's okay. I've been trying out the Hero 9 or Hero 10. I think it's a bit wayward last time. But you're doing all right. I was saying to well, last time I did it, there was a time when the mother-in-law, I was filming from the allotment, and Sarah and I had terrible trouble hearing it, but it's all right now. Anyway, I want to talk about these scooters, these electric scooters. They seem to be causing havoc, and there's a few stories that have been going on about these electric scooters, and I don't. Is this right? Actually, I'm using the GoPro. Is it all right? Anyway, yeah, it's electric scooters. And they're parked up in a junction, and there was no one could visualize anything coming out of the junction. They're parked up. They're not licensed. I don't think they're licensed. So what's going on with these things? I think these there needs to be a discussion about this. I digress.
We've helped millions of creators improve their SEO to grow their YouTube channel.
There's that one. I've got another couple to play, but I want to move away from them just for a second and bring up a subject a little bit earlier, because I've got a couple that are asking. Does that ring any bells with you? Absolutely Average is asking, your pace or mine?
Hello, Ross. You okay?
I understand the Fitness Hutch has asked about it as well. I understand you're involved in a running club. You mentioned something in the emails. Why don't you tell us a bit about that?
So it goes back to where I used to live in Lewisham, Hither Green, and I was feeling like I wanted to sort of start with a running group, because I fancied starting a bit of running. I hadn't ran before, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I was looking around, and all the groups in my area at the time were they seemed to come across very like elitist and very sort of poncing, judgmental, and you turn up and feel very intimidated. So I thought, okay, so I put something on the local Facebook group saying, like, does anyone fancy like doing a bit of a walk, jog, run type thing? Just be like a plod around the local area. No sort of no pressure. If you want to stop walk, you can. And I've got like a couple of responses. So after a while, we decided to meet up and do meet up for a bit of a run. One person turned up on the first week, So we sort of looked at each other. Thought, do you want to do this then? And, yeah, okay, yeah. So we sort of did like a 3-kilometer sort of circuit around the area, and then I thought, okay, fancy that maybe next week, and then okay, and then next week, I think 3 or 4 people turned up, and then the week after there's about 7. There was no name for it then, and then after a while, it turned into a bit of a thing, and the name it wasn't. So the name is Your Pace or Mine. So it means like it wasn't. I didn't come up with the name actually. It was another person who was there running, and it means like you can turn up. It doesn't matter whatever your ability. You can just come and you can walk, you can run, you can jog, but you'll never be left behind. It'll always be very friendly, non-intimidating, and I think it must have struck a chord because there's people turning up who just got getting over surgery, people that hadn't run before, but they said I've always felt intimidated before to run. There's all sorts of people that are turning up and doing it, and it's much about mental well-being as it is physical well-being, and it's about people just have mutual motivation and feeling like they're supported. So that was 2017, I think it was. It's now got over 1,000 members.
Wow.
But I'm not part of the group day to day anymore because I moved away a couple of years ago. But it's still going from strength to strength, as far as I know. And it's called Your Pace or Mine, YPOM, and it's a movement now. It's a social. It's like so. Our logo, it was a man and a woman running. Like he's got a bottle of wine in his hand, she's got a glass, and she's wearing stilettos. Like, and that's our logo because it's much about getting down the pub as it is about running. But yeah, that's something that sort of if you build it, they will come, as they say. But
right,
that's something I started. I should really start something again, or try and start something again where I'm living now. But that's my next challenge, maybe. But since those days, I've not run for a little while, and I've put on a bit of timber since those days. But yeah, it's as much about mental well-being as it is physical, and that's I was and not just feeling just being friendly, being nice to each other.
Where is the running group based? Because you said you moved away.
So it's in Hither Green. So they're on. It's on Facebook. It's Your Pace or Mine, Hither Green. So if anyone wants to look it up,
I'll see if I can find it. Hang on a minute. So is that literally the name of the Facebook group? Your Pace or Mine?
Yeah. Or YPOM, YPOM. I think it's got both on there.
Having a look. Your Pace or Mine, 914 members.
There's one that's, I think it's All Abilities Running Group. Do you want to find it?
Yeah, Bloodnose, could you have a look while we chat? And see if we can get it up there.
It's I can see that.
Get a bit closer. Your Pace or Mine. I don't know if you can see that, Bloodnose, on the screen. Martin's holding his phone up, and we can see if we can get hold of the group there.
But
Hither Green's All Ability Running Group.
So it's so I was just a person that sort of started it, but the people that got involved quite soon into it, they really drove it forward. So there's like people like Stuart Lugg, Liz, Kareen. There's others I could mention, but I'll put I've got loads from Joanne. Yeah, but they're all they all made it happen. So yeah,
Brilliant. Bloodnose has found the group. He's put the link in there in the chat if anyone wants to check it out and perhaps give them a little bit of support. I mean, it's great, isn't it, what people can do when they get together with a mutual goal and achieve something like that. I mean, it's
just
brilliant.
felt that there's nothing that out there that like that I could find. So I thought, let's try and make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so good for your mental health as well, isn't it? Exercise of any kind. I mean, you've got the running. Retro's mentioned is cycling, and you know, you're out, you're exercising, you're in the fresh air, you're seeing the sights. I like going for walks 3 or 4 times a week and karate as well, and it just gives you that buzz, doesn't it? That
you do
mental.
I mean, like even if I mean, the amount of times you like, I'm sort of preaching this, but I haven't ran for ages. But the amount of times you think, like, before going out for a run or a walk or a cycle, even, you think, oh, I can't be bothered doing this today. And then, like, you actually force yourself to get out there, and you do it, and you feel so much better after you've done it. It does make you feel, as you say, Andy, like, you know, it makes you feel better mentally, and it's a real it's getting those all endorphins going, isn't it, and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely, and sense of achievement as well. Bloodnose has found the description to the group there. That's basically what they're saying.
Yeah.
Friendly non-elite group of runners, joggers and walkers. We welcome all abilities. Have a regular weekly meet at 1900 every Tuesday. We meet at the George Lane entrance of Mountsfield Park.
But there's so much more than that, though. I mean, it's a community, and there's other things that go on. There's like quiz nights, and there's like other events that happen, and they get involved with so many like we know, like all the fun runs and the 10Ks, and there's a park run that's sort of happened because of that as well in Catford, and although I'm not part of it every day now, it's definitely worth it if you're in that area. Give them a look up and a shout. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of mileage are we talking about? How far do they run? Mile, 5 mile, 20 mile?
So it's normally like the Tuesday from when I was doing it is about a 5K, like 5 kilometers. But there's also I think there was a shorter route as well, about 3 kilometers.
Okay.
But no one was ever left behind. So if you're sort of struggling at the back, then there'll always be someone sort of waiting for you. And especially like in the winter months, safety in numbers as well. You know, like people don't want to go out on their own, but you can go out with a group of people and feel safer in the streets. You know, in the dark evenings and stuff. So there's that sort of support there as well. So. Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah, I mean the group I belong to, you know, and other groups. There's always social stuff, isn't there? You get together, you make friends, you go out, and it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I just want to go back to your parodies a second because Absolutely Average Russ asked the question. I'm going to show the parody you did on him next. I understand he's already seen it.
Sorry, Russ.
So let's have a look. Yes, it's entitled My Tribute to Absolutely Average. I'll mute myself again because otherwise you get like double sound, a double echo.
Hello, you crazy people. Oh, 550 of you. I'm sorry I'm being back to interviews with my, try and do what I can. The messages, but try. If I can't, I was trying to get on the bike the other day. My heels. Cat really, but I'm just saying really. So much.
You missed something in that parody.
What was that?
His cap. He's never seen out without his cap.
I must say, talking like Russ, I was invited onto Discord last week. Is it Discord? And I was on that, and
yes,
and I've not been on it recently, but it's not because I don't want to be on it. It's just I'm trying to get my head around it. I still don't quite understand where I can comment on where I can't comment. So just don't think I'm being rude by not being on there. I just haven't sort of worked it out properly in my head. But yeah,
well, I put a poll out asking what people thought of Discord because I saw Russ talking about it, and I'd never seen it before in my life.
It seems like a decent thing, but it's just I'm just learning it myself. But yeah,
right. I think I've got a page on there that somebody's done for me. I ain't got a clue who's done it, how they've done it, or what's going on. But people with bigger subscriber counts, I think, use Discord to try and build their community a bit more because they can all chat without, the need for any interaction as well. Retro just asked how many subs you're up to now. I've just had a look, and you're up to 71.
okay.
I don't know how many there was before we started, but hopefully a few people in here have gone on
earlier. So it's gone up to the 70s now. I appreciate all of that. Thank you very much. Can't promise to get to see much if there's anything good. But
I mean, the other beauty with live streams as well, when they're done, what can happen is people will watch them on replays. So there could be 100 people watch this by the end. I could wake up tomorrow and 600 people could have watched it, and then hopefully overnight, some more people will check you out and subscribe. So it's so ongoing. That's the great thing with YouTube. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, anyone that does subscribe, I'm humbled and thank you very much.
You just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's bloody funny. It really is. Russ has said they'll give you your own channel.
Okay, well, on Discord. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll thanks, mate. Yeah.
Apparently, I've got one. I'll have to email you, Russ, and get that done. I mean, Retro's made a very valid point here. It's really hard to get started on YouTube. And he's so right, because when you first start, you got one of these or a GoPro or whatever it happens to be, and you feel like you're just talking to yourself for ages and ages and ages. And eventually, a couple of years of hard work will happen, and you'll build an audience with a consistency. Like they'll do, and some are lucky enough to do that one video which just goes absolutely mental, and helps you out that way. But you do spend many a week and many a month just talking, and you think, is anyone listening? And it just builds and builds. It is really hard at first. That's with YouTube as well. We all have to help each other out. No one YouTuber is an island. We all have to,
I just want to say, Andrew, that I totally appreciate what you're doing, not just with me today, but with your whole sort of ethos and philosophy of helping people out and paying a bit back, and I think it's very admirable, and I think that deserves a lot of credit, mate.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I don't do it for that. I just think that, you know, if people can help others come through, then, you know, the world's a better place. There's enough room for everybody. You know, that's the idea of this. I want to get more YouTubers on, you know, and talk. This is the Daily Chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, everybody. Tonight we're talking to Martin Sullivan, and we've had some of his parody videos playing. As you can see, he literally parodies other YouTubers, does other funny things as well. Have a look at his channel. There's some good stuff on there. There is a link in the description of this live stream if you want to subscribe to him and hop over and have a look. Please hit the like button on this live stream as well, because it does help the algorithm push this live around and helps promote everybody. So that's brilliant, and thank you very much for all your support and everybody that's here this evening. And there's a little bit of talk going on about Discord. I don't know what Russ has started, but we're all doing it. Yeah, Retro. I did give AA a big shout out when he was starting up. Exactly, that's exactly the point. You see a YouTuber, you like the YouTuber, you tell everybody, you know, go check these out. That's how everybody grows. It's brilliant. Retro's done it. Russell's done it. I've done it. You know, it's great. Are we about to get company?
Hello, mate. Come on. This is Bunker.
Hello, Bunker.
You all right, mate?
Who's Bunker brought to see us?
Oh, this is one of his friends. This is it? I think it's is it Cuddles the Monkey from Keith Harris?
Okay. That looks like that fur thing that was hanging off of Retro's hose pipe in the back garden.
You know what I mean? That's
Bless him.
Looks like he's here to stay.
Yeah, the other thing you mentioned to me is NLP. Is it neuro-linguistic therapy? Did I get that right? Neuro-linguistic programming.
Yeah. So something else I did a while ago. It's basically like so I did so I've become I'm a master practitioner basically, which basically like it's it's basically like you can so it helps people to basically become the best possible version of themselves. That you can it helps people with phobias, anxiety, depression, through various tools and techniques. It's something that I did it a few years ago, and I've not been practicing for quite a while now, but it's something I need to sort of get back into. It's a really I looks like it's settling down. Something that so it's again, it's about mental well-being and helping people out and just
What you showed me that certificate that you've got. Do you have to renew that? Do you have to re-qualify, or is that
it's something you need to keep up? So you need to sort of it's something you need to practice all the time, really. If you don't, you like I've become a bit rusty now with it, so I need to go back. You don't need to refresh as such, but it's something that is good practice to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's So I've probably forgotten some bits that I should have remembered, but yeah.
So let's just take an example. I'm like B.A. Baracus out the A team. I don't like flying. I'm afraid of flying. that's actually false. I love flying. Any chance I could get on a plane, I would. But it's just an example. I'm afraid of flying. Are you saying that you could take me to one side and sort me out and kind of reprogram me so I'm not afraid of flying anymore?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's you can certainly get there. There's a technique called like to dislike, and there's one called end step. I won't go into the technicalities of that now, but it won't. It needs to be repeated and repeated and repeated. It won't be done in one session, but it's certainly possible. Yeah, there's people to get over fears like fear of dogs, fear of spiders. Okay. Talking of flying, how's your aviation Andy going on? Is that
I haven't paid that any attention lately. I've thrown all my efforts into this YouTube channel. I want to develop this a lot more before I go back to that. I did a selection of videos, and I've just left it alone for now. I think it's up to about 321 subscribers, something like that. I mean, aviation's been a passion of mine since I was a kid. I was in the Air Training Corps. I wanted to join the Air Force. You know, I've loved planes and flying and anything to do with it all through my life, right up my street. You know, last thing I went flying in was, oh my God, it was a helicopter in Cape Town, South Africa. And I had some great pictures. I'll have to try and dig them out. But I obviously got on the jumbo jet to get to South Africa, but the last actual little thing I went on was a helicopter. And that was a good experience.
Yeah, I've never been on a helicopter. I'd love to do that. I think it's all going to be like next few years be people flying in drones and things probably when it next. Imagine.
Well, you're fairly close to Gatwick where you're based, aren't you? I think up the other end of the M23 as well. There's a smaller airfield, isn't there? Because I've seen things coming in and out of there when I've driven.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just before you get to the M25 on the say you're coming from Gatwick, I'm sure there's something on the left somewhere.
There's some people that have taken off from there before that have done news articles.
You seem to get like Cessnas and that coming up over there.
That's it. Yeah. You see them flying quite low over the M23, and you look to the right on a clear day, you can see an airstrip there. It's only a tiny thing. Seen it many times. Reform BBC has asked if there's a link to your channel, and Bloodnose has been kind enough to re-put that in there again, so that's great.
Thanks, Bloodnose.
We've got roughly 10 minutes left of this live stream, so if anyone has any questions or anything they'd like to ask Martin, then please put it in the chat. And then I can direct them to him. Alan Edge, Andy, I have trouble reading the room. My walls are covered in newspaper. I told you he likes the wisecracks.
It's good.
And, the last parody I lined up is actually one of yours truly, which I'll show.
The rules the rest of us do. Different rules. And I've had enough. I'm going to tell you why. So, hello, how are you doing? Are you all right? I'm okay, yeah. A few difficult runs today. I went to Heathrow, and there was a family that I was picking up, but it wasn't quite on time. It was more of a delayed pickup, if you like. But we got there in the end. Anyway, a few things have been going on, and it's time that I'd address those things, I think, on this channel. I don't like bullies, and I want to speak up for fair play and all that sort of thing. So when I heard that there's a bully that was about, well, it's all red. What I've done is not a lot really, but hope you're right. All the best. What do you think?
Is your website
I could see you cringing there.
Yeah. I don't like what's this stuff.
Yeah, there's a load of actors and stuff, isn't there? They can't stand watching themselves. When I do the old video editing, or I hear my voice on a video where someone's playing, I shut it off. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you, Seth78. He's missing the grey hairs. I think I'm going a bit grey around the old barnet. Thank you for that.
I'm not far behind you, then. I'm not far behind.
Handy Andy, uncanny.
I think he's taking the piss there a bit.
Absolutely. I mean, the reactions we're getting here are like laugh out loud, funny, great work. Oh, my mum's picked up on something. You didn't say toodaloo at the end.
Oh, fair play. I'll remember that for the third video, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Jodie's saying she loves your parodies, and that's what it's all about. I mean, as we said right at the beginning, if it's done in a tasteful way, and you're spot on, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, people have been taking the piss out of people for years, haven't they? And there's a way of doing it, and I think you've nailed it.
It shows, I think it shows mark of respect, if anything. That's
absolutely
what I tell people. but yeah, it's,
could be worse. I was going to ask which hair dye Martin uses.
Grecian 2000. Just for
excellent. Handy Andy said, "Be nice about Andy's grey highlights." That's what my dad says. He's gone completely grey, and he says he goes to the barbers every 4 weeks, and someone puts them in for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one that I used to do. Shut that door.
A bit of Larry. Yeah.
When I was in the car, when I did the videos in the car, I had the light above me on, and the light there. And when I was doing the live streams, if I didn't open and shut the door to make the lights stay on, I think it was I think Blood Nose timed it actually, everything would go dark. And I didn't realise it at first, and it'd be like, and it was like, shut that door. And it kind of stuck.
Those, like, if you've ever been in those buildings where you're in like a toilet cubicle and the light go off, and you've got to do like the Atomic Cooper to get lights back on again. Because sensor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, Retro says, looking to the next parody. You got any idea what you're going to do next? I think Ryan's on the list, definitely.
Yeah, I think I might give old Sanity a go. Yeah, be surprised if I didn't. Keep an eye out this week, mate.
The only thing I will say, they're going on about grey hairs. You've got a lot more hair than Sanity, so I'd love to see how you overcome that little obstacle. I think you had the old skull caps in it.
I did history debunked with a white carrier bag on my head before, and a washing up brush. So nothing's
brilliant
possible. Yeah, washing up brush under the nose.
Yeah,
yeah.
Excellent. And you had his mannerisms right as well. I didn't play the video because I'm not in touch with History Debunked. And,
I've done a couple of them actually. Like, yeah, the first, you've always got to say like, "Hello again," when you start.
That's it.
And then like a bit of a cough halfway through. Like
sometimes when he's talking,
hello.
That's it. And he kind of does this as well, doesn't he? Sometimes when he's talking,
yeah, he does. He goes, when he's particularly.
I mean, you're very good at
something he said. He'll go.
Yeah, that's it.
And then they go.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. You're very good at those mannerisms. Spotting those mannerisms. Definitely.
Oh,
Retro says you should have held your dog under your nose for history.
yeah.
That would have worked.
It could be the black dog as well. You know, mate.
What breed is he?
Hello again.
That works.
Yeah, he's a cock. No, he's a labradoodle.
Labradoodle. Okay.
Yeah.
But, excellent. Trevor Coult's in the house. Hello, Trevor. Good to see you. I hope you're well. And thank you for stopping by.
Well, Trev, I've not really caught up with Trevor at all. I need to sort of check out what he's been doing. I've heard a lot of good things about him, but I haven't really engaged much with Trevor. But yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, he said he does a news roundup every day, and he's very big on what we're doing here. Trying to talk to other YouTubers and being all together and supporting each other. Very big on that. And you can get a hold of it. He's got an email address, and he'll respond on Twitter if you message him
on Discord as well. So I think
okay,
yeah. So I can,
Are you on Discord, Trevor? Have you got a Discord set up? I've really got to sort that out, definitely. But, Trevor had Richard Tice on this evening on his channel, an interview with him. I'm going to watch that when we're finished here, and that'll be a good one. So I should go and check that out. But let's have a quick look in the chat for the last few minutes and see if anyone's got any questions or anything. And again, if you haven't done so, folks, make sure you hit the like button on this chat. And, it'll really help the algorithm push us around and in turn help Martin and help me as well. Please subscribe to Martin if you find what he's doing funny. He is a funny guy and a genuine guy. And, let's hope we can get him a few more subscribers together. And the link is in the description for this live stream, which you can go and have a look at. My auntie's in the chat. My auntie Sonia. There she is. Hello, Auntie Sonia. Good to see you.
Hi, Sonia.
That's the two sisters in, my mum and Auntie Sonia. Usually get some family members popping up. I'm just going to have a look for the last couple of minutes. What's this? Irony is that so many pay top dollar to remove their grey, and yet so many also dye their hair grey when quite young. I don't have to worry. It's happening all by itself.
Salt and pepper.
Salt, yeah. Handy Andy, I use wash and go. I washed it and it went. That happens.
Yeah.
I used to know this bloke that had that alopecia, where all your hair falls out, and he had this big clump just missing. And I said, have it off, all of it. And, it all went. It was so much better.
Yeah.
What's this one? Oh, yes, reminds me, Cooperman, Russ Abbott.
Yeah.
God, that's a name I've not heard for a long time.
That was Madhouse when it was Les Dennis.
That's it.
I've got some Les Dennis and Dustin G on my YouTube channel somewhere, I think.
Okay. We'll go have a look at that. Do you remember the old adverts with Russ Abbott where he'd be sitting there fishing and he was using Des O'Connor records as the bait?
Wasn't it was it like a Hamlet or Condor or something, or was
something like that?
He lowered the speaker into the water and then all the fishes start jumping out. It'd be Des O'Connor. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. But, Jodie says she loves your parodies. Thanks, Jodie. Yeah, so some nice comments and some good positivity for you there.
Thank you so much.
People like Bunker. Bunker's getting some comments as well. Yeah. Retro cigar adverts.
I
assume you mean Russ Abbott. That's right.
Or Castello or something like that. I'm sure it was. That's nothing I love. I just love old TV, love old adverts. Like I love old 80s TV and 70s TV and stuff and all the continuity
Absolutely.
stuff. I love all that. Yeah.
But yeah, you did one of a BBC announcement as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
I saw that. That's on there.
Yeah.
Anna Perkins, poor Des, the butt of so many jokes. He always
He
was,
was.
wasn't he, with his
He was.
records and stuff. God rest him.
Morecambe and Wise as well, isn't it? And,
yeah, absolutely. Right, folks, we're at the hour, and I usually like to, just have an hour and leave it there. Thanks everybody for coming. It's great to see everybody. I appreciate you all tuning in, and we've had a bit of a chat with Martin and a bit of a giggle. I hope you've all had a laugh at some of his parodies. Please go across and subscribe to his channel. The link's in the description of this live stream, and Bloodnose has been kind enough to put it in there a couple of times, which is great. And as I said, anytime anyone wants to come on, have a chat about their channel or anything they do, drop me an email, contact@andygifford.online, and we can try and set something up. And, there is more than enough room for everybody on this platform. We can all have a chat. We can all work together. And, it'd be great. It'd be great. And what I usually like to do, Martin, is give people last words. So have you got anything you want to add to finish up with?
Thank you. Thanks for letting me come on with you tonight, Andy, and thank you for all the lovely comments that people have said. Just thank you. It's really nice to hear, and yeah, that's it really. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome back on here anytime. If ever you want to, push anything, or you just want to come on again, just let me know.
Thank you.
We can do this anytime. That's no problem. What I want you to do when we go off the air, if you can just hang on a minute before you disappear. All right.
Sure.
Again, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I sound like a broken record, like Russ Abbott used to chuck in the water, but thank you. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you subscribe to Martin and myself, and good to see everybody. From 8 o'clock tomorrow, there'll be more content coming out for my channel, so look out for that. Trevor did the interview with Richard Tice on his channel this evening, so go and have a look at that as well. I'm going to go and watch that when I'm finished. That should be interesting. And I'll see you all in the next one. So take care, good night, and take care of yourselves. Toodaloo.